Of course, we are talking about the South Indian connection to the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi, and the man's name, PM Raghunath, BJP leader and former party district president Morcha General Secretary from Mulbagal in Kolar district, who was present on that day, which being 13th April 2019, when the then Congress President Rahul Gandhi had come to campaign in Kolar for his party candidate KH Muniappa. Raghunath videographed Rahul's speech because he found something allegedly objectionable in this entire thing. So what he did was, immediately after that, he didn't know really, he was wondering what he should do with this. He immediately contacted his friend and BJP MLA Purnesh Modi in Surat and explained about this speech. Purnesh then collected all the evidence from Raghunath and filed a criminal defamation case against Rahul Gandhi. That is the entire South Indian angle. If there were no PM Raghunath, then obviously Purnesh Modi would not have got that video evidence, and then obviously we wouldn't have reached today, which is the Surat court, which has sentenced Rahul to 2 years in jail, which was of course in March 23, and today Rahul has been disqualified. March 24th was his disqualification as Lok Sabha MP, and today once again it's very clear that he stands disqualified and cannot possibly fight any elections in the future. A body blow for both Rahul Gandhi as well as the Congress party, and more importantly, as we hurtle towards 2024 elections, this is most important. Because what do they do now? Because the opposition has been meeting up. You remember that conclave in Patna where there was Akhilesh and several other leaders. Of course, things will also change because of Ajit Pawar and senior Pawar, that is Sharad Pawar's fight, which is out in the open today. But Rahul Gandhi is a very, very important part of that entire conclave, conglomerate as it were. And with Rahul Gandhi being faced with this, it's going to have a terrible, terrible impact on 2024 as well. But you know what? He has a legal option. Apparently, he has a legal option and he will go for a legal option, because why would he only now remain limited to being what is called a street level politician? We saw him at the time when he did the Bharat Jodo Yatra, of course, very successful in the sense that he was able to create some traction on the ground. But he cannot forever remain a political leader who only takes his fight to the streets. I mean, he cannot be someone who is an activist politician, as it were. So PM Raghunath is someone from Karnataka, Kolar, who was responsible for this entire game unfolding. That's his picture on your screen, I beg your pardon. That's the man, PM Raghunath. Take a look at the picture and the letter. So in a way, the BJP sealed Rahul Gandhi's fate in more ways than one. Let's take a look at what the Gujarat High Court also said in the case of Rahul Gandhi. At least 10 criminal cases are pending against Rahul Gandhi. That's what the court said. In any case, conviction would not result in any injustice. That's the second thing. The conviction of Rahul Gandhi is just and proper. There is no need to interfere with the said order. That's what the Gujarat High Court said. Therefore, the application filed by Rahul is dismissed. And now we have PM Raghunath, the man at the center of all this, BJP MLA, who was in Kolar that day when Rahul Gandhi had come to, a campaign, and it is because of PM Raghunath that the entire video went to Purnesh Modi, and today Rahul Gandhi is in this state on that day, 13th April 2019. Mr. Raghunath, good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, madam.
So tell us, tell the viewers, Mr. Raghunath, what happened that day? Why did you think of taking a video of Rahul Gandhi, sir?
I am the Kolar district BJP president, ex-president. I am Kolar district, ex-president BJP Kolar district. I am working for my BJP candidate. On the same time, I think so, it is 13th April, Rahul Gandhi ji given a public rally speech. That in that speech, Modi ka naam wala sabhi chor hai. Telling like that Modi is the surname of our community, Teli Samaj ka hai. एक राज्य में every state it has its own name. In Karnataka he called as Ganigas, in Tamil Nadu it is called as Vani Chettiars, but in Gujarat it is called Modi Samaj. Like that Modi का नाम कोई आई वो सभी चोरा है करके बोले, इसलिए I feel very unhappy, and he commented, and the backward community, we are the backward class community, all India Teli Samaj with a population of 13 crores. Therefore, we feel hurt. Therefore, I collected the video from Election Commission from Bangalore. Audio and video. I will submit it in Surat court through our Purnesh Modi is the applicant for this case. I am the prime witness in this case. And I have gone in Surat court and given my witness. What is the video? He told, and I have same thing. I have given my witness in the Surat court. In Surat court, it is order has passed that disqualification for Rahul ji. And the same thing, they have gone for stay in High Court. The High Court also uphold the session court of Surat.
All right.
Therefore, this is we welcome this order of session court and High Court that हमारा समाज को बहुत कर को है. इसलिए all the politicians must think when they will speak in the public meeting. They
Right.
should not, the constitution is there to give and right to all the communities.
But Mr.
They should not
Raghunath,
come.
yeah, you're right.
Tell
Mr.
me.
Raghunath, what made you send it to Purnesh Modi? He was your friend, or what? You videographed
Yes.
it. You went to the election commission in Bengaluru and collected the video. But then, when you sent it to this Mr. Modi, that is Purnesh Modi, who is in the center of all this, what made you do that, sir?
I am All India Working President for Teli Modi Samaj. I am
All
the
right.
working president, All India Teli Modi Samaj का working president है.
Acha.
So Purnesh Modi also one of our active National Council member in Teli Samaj. I am friendship with Purnesh Modi from last 40 years. Therefore, I consulted Mr. Purnesh Modi, MLA, ex-minister in Surat, and we discussed with our community in Surat in Gujarat. That is, we sit together and take a anonymous decision to put in the court for defamation 499 and 500 in IPC. That is the reason we sit together and we have done the work to get justice.
Right. Right. I just want to know, we have a lawyer also who's joined us, KV Dhananjay, who's a senior advocate. Before I go to him and say hello, I want to ask you, Mr. Raghunath, I'm not a legal luminary at all. I do not know any legalese, but they are saying that he has now a legal option. He can now go to the apex court, sir. Your comment on that, sir?
We must give respect to the constitution and the law. We are not above the law. We are under the law. And it is not, this is not the first speech of Rahul Gandhi ji. So many other cases are there, more than 8 to 9 cases of defamation on Rahul ji. The politician must give respect to the constitution and all the communities in India. We backward class communities, they condemned us in the public meeting. This is, we won't accept these words against any person,
All right.
any community.
So how
any
do you
community.
feel today, Mr. Raghunath? Because it's been a long journey, this entire thing. It's taken, a couple of years, of course. But how do you feel today? You feel that the Constitution has won? Our judiciary is, something which is very, very efficient and something which is absolutely fair and goes by the book?
Yes, madam, we welcome the session court order and it is upheld by the High Court also. We welcome it. We are happy. Our Samaj is very happy about the court orders. And
All
it is
right.
a lesson to the all politicians when they will talk in front of the mic. They must control their tongue and give respect to the community also. They should not comment the community also. The politician is a lesson for the politicians. This case is a lesson, the affirmation, and the court is given
Right.
order. This is a lesson to the all political parties also.
All right, Mr. Raghunath, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. So that was the man who actually is responsible in more ways than one in getting Rahul Gandhi to be in the state that is the South Indian correction that I was talking about. BJP Morcha leader from Kolar in Karnataka, and now I am being joined by KV Dhananjay, senior advocate, Supreme Court of India, and let me go across to him and ask him. Dhananjay, good evening, good to have you on the show. Tell me something, that does Rahul Gandhi now have a legal option? A lot of people have been asking and there are lots of answers which are going around. Over to you, Dhananjay. Article 136, apparently, under Article 136. Is that correct?
Good evening. Yes,
Hi.
that's correct. Mr. Rahul Gandhi's fight does not stop with the Gujarat High Court, and if you go to a High Court in a criminal matter, then you would be heard by a single judge of the High Court, and therefore you would not be able to appeal a criminal matter to a division bench. Unfortunately, some of the people have been saying that he also has the option of moving a division bench of the Gujarat High Court. That's not the case. So his next stop could only be the Honorable Supreme Court. Now, the distinction here is that his appeal is, of course, pending before the Sessions Court in Surat. And what the Surat Appeals Court has already done is to say that, look, we are going to hear your appeal against the conviction. And however, you have been sentenced to undergo 2 years of jail time. And what we will do is to give you bail. For the entire length of the appeal, you will not be taken into custody. So he is a free person at this point of time. But I think his bigger worry is that he's lost the seat in the parliament, the seat that represents the Wayanad constituency. And he therefore went up to of course, he did request the Sessions Court itself to stay to conviction because that is required. Now, the Sessions Court refused to do that. He then went on appeal to the Gujarat High Court. A single judge heard the matter before vacation, the court vacation, the summer vacation. And now the judgment has come, wherein the single judge has said that he does not see a good grounds to stay the conviction. So he is likely to appeal to the Supreme Court, and there would be irreversible consequences if his conviction is not stayed. What is the irreversible consequence? The
Right.
irreversible consequence is the seat, no seat in the parliament can go unrepresented for more than 6 months.
All right.
Therefore, the Election Commission of India now will have to hold a bypoll to the Wayanad constituency. And because Mr. Rahul Gandhi has incurred a disqualification under the Representation of People Act of 1951, that disqualification coming because of the 2-year imprisonment he has received in the trial court. When I say intervention, that the Supreme Court would say that, look, we will hear you.
Right. There is one thing I would like you to quickly, explain. It says under Article 136, the Apex Court, the Honorable Supreme Court, has a broad appellate jurisdiction over all courts and tribunals. This is apropos Surat, obviously, right?
Yes, they would be able to hear appeals against any order, not necessarily of the High Court.
Yeah.
Because in the judicial system that we have, we follow a nice hierarchy. We have the trial court, over and above that you have the district court, and over and above the district court you have a high court. for every, by the way, every state will have a high court. Article 214 of the Constitution says every state must have a high court. Now, over and above the High Court, you have the Honorable Supreme Court, and there is nothing over and above the Supreme Court. So it's expected that he will, of course, he has a team of lawyers, some of whom I think are the leading advocates in the country. So it's expected that he will move the Supreme Court very shortly. And so the Supreme Court is going to hear this matter. That much could be said because every year the Supreme Court deals with roughly 90,000 to 95,000 such, matters. So I don't think the Supreme Court would say that, look, every year we see 95,000 more worthier cases than this. The Supreme Court deals with matrimonial cases and, your check bounce cases and then disputes between brothers, and all of these cases come under Article 136 before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court entertains a good number of those cases. So it's almost impossible for me to say that there's no prospect of the Supreme Court sending away Mr. Rahul Gandhi by saying, we will not hear you. I'm not yet saying what the Supreme Court would eventually decide, but the Supreme Court's doors are open to him.
Right. Thank you so much, Dhananjay, for joining us on this broadcast. Thank you indeed.